Mic check 212. You guys ain't ready for this certified hood classic. Big Muzza in the chat. Big Abigna in the chat. Big philosophy in the stream. Big religion in the stream. Big orthodoxy in the stream. Big One Piece in the stream. This one goes to my boy. Goes out to my boy Dean's Life, aka Ween's Life. DJ, turn it
up. Mormon space wives. Let's create new lives. Mormon space wives go on.
Abigna has a body. It's a very ugly body.
He looks good. Mormon space wives. Mormon space wives. What do they say? Space sex. Mormon space wives.
Let's create new life.
We're
bringing back.
Let me have intimacy with you on the planet of Nemu. Magic underwear fits so
Say hello to Froki.
Magic underwear feels so right. Mormon space wife, creating new lives. Mormon space wife,
Muzza soiling them pants.
Mormon space wife.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, we are here. One Peak 1187 short summary spoilers. Chat, how are we doing? It's your man, it's the host, here to break down One Piece with the best epistemic foundations. We're going to use our noggins. We're going to make some theories. We're going to roast. We're going to cook. Chat, we're pulling out all the stops. We're pulling no punches with this stream. How are we doing, guys? How is everyone? Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. How are we doing, chat? Shout out to all the Mormon space wives in the chat. Shout out to all the Muslims in the chat. Muzza put the Muzz in Muslim. Shout out to my Hindus in the chat. Where my Hindus at? Big Hindus. How are we doing, guys? Chat, should we do a donation goal for open mic? Or should I be so kind as to give a free open mic? What do you guys think, chat? Should we have that open mic be free? Or should I extort the viewers? Should I extort you guys? Let me know, chat. How are we doing? We got Big King Way. We got Big Jabril. We got Big Wabigna, Eric, Dean's Life. I only read a little bit of these spoilers. I'm not gonna lie. Johan, big Johan in the chat. Big Wikipedia. Johan Wiki Caravan. Big Stan. How are we doing? I only read a few of these details, okay? A few. Should we just jump right into it? Should we just not even delay? Should we just not even stall and get right into it? Chat, if we could hit a nice, cool, pretty donation goal. Chat, tell me the donation goal. What should the donation goal be? Dono goal for us to have an open mic. Because I asked the chat, you guys want, should we do an open, or should we do a dono goal for the open mic? Jabril says we should do a dono goal. He said we should do a donation goal. He said be a J for once. All right, I'm here after the shekels. Chat, hit our donation goal of an untold amount of money, and we'll do the open mic stream today. Any one of you guys can hop into the call live on stream and share your comments, questions, theories, concerns. You can just talk if you want to just talk. You could debate me. We could talk about, again, philosophy, One Piece, religion, geopolitics. That's it. One Piece, philosophy, geopolitics, and religion. We don't do the sports ball. I know a lot of you guys like the sports ball. I'm not big on sports ball. But we can use our noggin and have some really good discussions, chat. 200 rupee dono goal. How much is that? Hey, what's up? Yo, Ortiz. God bless, bro. Hey, what's up, everyone? I haven't been here for a while. Just want to tell you. Oh, wait. By the way, it totally slipped my mind. Before we went live, Muzza hit us up with some super chats. Here you go, because you, me, yes, I, read my mind, Muzza. Shout out to Muzza donating before we even went live. I think he donated twice, was it? Was it once or was it twice? 6 million berries. Yo, we need to get King J in the open mic. King J has been avoiding the... You know why? We all know why King J is avoiding the open mic. Guys, can I do it? Can I do it? We all know what King J sounds like. We know what that Chad sounds like. King J might be a Chad. He might be able to power scale. He has some theories under his belt. But we know what King J sounds like. Trust me. King J, I don't want you calling my phone, dude. No offense, King J. If you called my phone, I would just default to believing it's a scam. 6 million berries and he'll join open mic. All right, 6 million berries, chat. Please come through. Dono, 6 million berries. I just want to hear this dude in the open mic. All right, let's stop delaying. Let's jump straight into these spoilers. One Piece chapter 1187. Brief spoilers. Chapter title is Ringleader. Why is the chapter title Ringleader? Is that because Emu is the ringleader of the Celestial Dragons? Is that because Loki is the ringleader of the goats? Is that because Luffy is the ringleader of the Straw Hats? Why is this title Ringleader? Cover. Reiju protects a black duck with Sanji's eyes and hairstyle from its siblings and father, who all have the Vinsmoke family eyes, hairstyles, and judge-like helmets. What's the dono goal? I don't know. What is the dono goal? Anyone that wants to support the stream, you guys know the drill. Supporting the stream, supporting the channel is amazing. I greatly appreciate it. With lots of love. You can like, you can subscribe, you can hit the notification bell. You can also use the stream elements link at the top of the stream chat, or maybe it's at the bottom now because they changed pinned messages. Stream elements is a lot better, chat. I greatly appreciate super chats. Of course, you guys are beyond loving and generous. You guys are amazing for the super chats, but YouTube robs me. So if you guys want me to have a higher cut, a higher percentage of your support, use the stream elements link rather than YouTube. I don't really have anything to say about the cover. I mean, just seems like some Longy. Just seems like some Sanji vibes. I mean, Vince Smoke vibes. I don't really know what more to say. Be more decisive, bro. Just put out a number. Chat, what should the dono goal be? What should our dono goal be for open mic stream? 150, dude, that's too high. That is, dude, that's devious. That's way too high. Chat, what should our dono goal be? Hit this dono goal and we'll have open mic. Because I've given so many open mics for free. It's actually, I'm being robbed. Let me be a celestial for once, dude. 50, make it easy. All right, there we go. $50 donation goal. If you guys hit the $50 goal, guess what? We'll do open mic right here, right now. Anyone can join. You could talk to me, ask me things, share your theories, debate, whatever it is. $50 goal. By the way, use Stream Elements. If you guys are going to go for the $50 dono goal, chat, please use Stream Elements. I appreciate you guys using super chats and memberships. I really do. I greatly appreciate it, but YouTube takes a fat cut, and we don't like that. All right, let's begin, chat. First detail, after being attacked, Emu counters attack by firing demonic energy from both hands at Luffy and Loki. So now we actually have true Emu versus Luffy. Because don't forget, just a quick refresher, the end of the previous chapter being 1186, Luffy punched Emu. That's how 1186 ended. Emu's face was smushed. Blood was gushing out of his mouth. Luffy straight mollywopped Emu. And look at this $50 goal, Muzza, the normal one. $50. Thank you so much, you kind, amazing man. God bless your soul. Shalom Aleichem from Diamond District in Antwerp, Belgium. Love from the Jewish community. We all love you from Tel Aviv. Yo, shout out to my Jews. Shout out to my Jews. If I could weigh my love for you guys, it would be 6 gorillion pounds. That doesn't actually weigh anything. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the stars of the world. I appreciate you guys always cutting things short and having slop leave the streets. And I appreciate how your love goes high and as low as tunnels. I appreciate you taxing the evil ones of society, as well as 237 chapters of spoilers you have provided us. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I can't express my gratitude in proper words. You're amazing. Shout out to the Jewish community. You like the door? It's fascinating. Okay. Sorry. Thank you so much for the super chat, my boy. We hit our dono goal. All right. When we get through the spoilers, we're gonna do a Discord stage. I'll open up a Discord stage. Every one of you guys can hop right into the this is the window of my PC. I was wondering why there was a reflection. After I read the spoilers, I'll turn on the Discord stage in my server. Anyone can join, and we'll have open mic. Thank you so much for hitting the goal in one dono. We really don't deserve him, guys. We don't deserve Muzza. Our friendly neighborhood celestial. Loki is pinned to an unbreakable block of ice. When his hammer strikes the ice, it melts. All right, so is it going to be Loki? Is it going to be Loki that frees Gunko? Oh, another Loki W. Yo, it feels so good to be a Loki fan because it's just nothing but W's. There's literally no W's or no L's. being a Loki fan is way better than being an Usopp fan. Imagine being Usopp for decades of real life. Your fans argue, oh, dude, it's going to be Usopp's arc in Elbaf. Come to find out, no, it's actually a Brook arc. It's actually a Gunko arc. Streets are even saying it's a Sanji arc now. Loki, chat, let me know yes or no. Do you guys think that Loki is going to free Gunko? Because read this detail. Loki is pinned to an unbreakable block of ice. When his hammer strikes the ice, it melts. Gunko is trapped in a block of ice. And trust me, Brook wants to free Gunko. But, I mean, how the hell is Brook going to manage to do that? He's going to need Ragnir's help or Loki's help. Someone of true power. Plot twist, Gunko joins Straw Hats instead of Loki. Yeah. Last chapter, you know, or the past few chapters, just, I was saying it's definitely going to lead people to believing Gunko joins the crew. I'm not sold on that, but Imu creates a talking flame on Loki's chest, then fires a massive Oro sword through Loki's body, piercing the exact spot where the talking flame is. What? Hope Gunko slimes Brook. Dude, that is dirty work. Yo, so this is the second time Loki was like fully stabbed, right? Because you guys remember when Imu did like that Mihawk downwards stab? That went through Loki's body, right? Now it's saying that Imu fires a massive aura sword. What is an aura sword? And it pierces his body. The name of the attack Imu uses against Loki is Stigma, demonic sword. Zoro versus Summers, Sanji versus Keatingham. Wow. Sanji's getting a fight. Zoro's getting a fight. I actually, didn't we say... Wait, is this what... I think this is what we might have said a few weeks ago. King J, wasn't this the matchup we said a few weeks ago? I think we were saying Zoro versus Summers because Summers has the Thorn sword, right? And then I think we said Sanji versus Keatingham because Sanji's not going to fight Summers as well. Summers is out of the picture, but then he's not going to fight a girl like Gunko. Shamrock's not on Elbaf. So didn't we argue that Zoro versus Summers, Sanji versus Keatingham was going to be the case? And even though that was correct, I mean, it's not the craziest prediction. I mean, the options are pretty limited. It's not like, you know, oh, we knew Sanji was going to fight Summers and Zoro was going to fight Summers and Sanji was going to fight Keatingham. I cooked, bro. It's not that crazy of a theory. You know, it's relatively simple. You guys did say that. Yo, shout out to L. Where have you been? L, I know your manager has been putting you freaking on the line, man. Just got you doing all the hard work, working overtime. Where have you been, dude? Hope you've been great, though. Sanji remembers Gabon telling him that he has the qualities of someone with Conqueror's Haki. Gabon tells Sanji, become a king if you truly want Luffy to become the Pirate King. So we got words of inspiration coming from Gabon. Words of inspiration landing in the lap of Sanji. Now, if we really want to dissect this spoiler, I mean, is it possible that someone could have the qualities of a man with Conqueror's Haki but not have Conqueror's Haki? Is that possible? Like, I can have the qualities of an athlete, but I'm not an athlete. I have the qualities of a manager, but I'm not a manager. Is that possible? I mean, yeah, it's possible. And, you know, Gabon is telling Sanji, become a king. You know, you got to be a king. You got to have Conqueror's Haki, King's Haki. You gotta become a king if you want Luffy, your pirate captain, to be a king. We can see the cause and effect there. Cause Sanji's a king. Effect, Luffy is becoming ever so close to becoming a pirate king. We understand all of the logic and framework here, but if we really want to be meticulous, this doesn't actually confirm anything, in my opinion. Again, let me say it one more time. It makes sense that someone with Conqueror's Haki, or someone with Conqueror's Haki qualities, or someone with the qualities of a man who has Conqueror's Haki, would have Conqueror's Haki. Like, it makes sense that someone who is a manager has the qualities of someone as a manager. But technically, you could have the qualities of a manager without being a manager. I think technically, couldn't someone have qualities of a man with Conqueror's Haki without having Conqueror's Haki? And then the second part is just more like motivational speaking. Like, you could do it, Sanji. Just be a conqueror. Be a king. But that doesn't actually constitute someone having Conqueror's Haki. You can't make the argument that someone is a conqueror, someone has Conqueror's Haki, because Scopper Gabon was motivating them. That's insufficient. Now, I believe Sanji has Conqueror's Haki. For many months, I've openly said on stream, yo, we clown Sanji all the time. We always make fun of Sanji. He's a simp. He refuses to fight women. It's risking his crew's life. Pedo. We're always roasting Sanji. But I've always added the caveat that I still think Sanji would have Conqueror's Haki. I'm sure Vswa can go look in my past streams and find clips of this. I am open to Sanji being having Conqueror's Haki. I actually believe by the end of the story, Sanji will use Conqueror's Haki. But I feel like these points right here is not a sufficient argument. Someone could have the qualities of a man, but maybe they're not a man. Maybe just having mere quality, having mere qualities isn't enough. Maybe a quality to being a manager at work is you wear blue shirts to work, right? At your job, the manager, he's the only one that's allowed to wear blue. Wearing blue at your job, that's the quality of being a manager, right? That's the quality of a manager. But maybe one day you go into work because you ran out of red shirts and you went into work with a blue shirt. And you got to apologize to the staff. You got to apologize to HR. Hey, I know I'm not allowed to wear blue shirts like the manager. I'm only allowed to wear red shirts, but I had no red shirts today. So I'm wearing a blue shirt. You would have the quality of a manager. Only the manager can wear blue shirts. You're wearing blue shirt. But does that make you the manager? No, it doesn't make you the manager, but you have a quality of the manager. So in the same way, Sanji is being told he has the qualities of someone with Conqueror's Haki, but I don't think that automatically means, oh, well, that must mean he has Conqueror's Haki, let alone he will use Conqueror's Haki. And again, one last time for people that are deaf, I do believe Sanji has Conqueror's Haki. I do believe he will use it by the end of the arc. But the point is what is the good argument? That's the point. Yes, I am the manager. Stream brought to you by VP Productions. Yo, big VP. Smokey, God bless, bro. How you feeling, man? He would definitely have Conqueror's Haki. Why would Oda write that in if it's not something he would achieve? Otherwise, it would just be an irrelevant statement. Well, there's many things in One Piece that results in an alternative conclusion. There's many things that are a plot twist. Well, it's only a plot twist if you conceived the story going another direction. But why did you conceive the story going another direction? It's because the direction that the story is going does not fit what you understood. So this could be a similar circumstance where the story is leading you to believe one thing, but it goes a different way, right? Now, again, me personally, I believe Sanji will have Conqueror's Haki, but the point of these conversations is identifying what a good argument is. Two people can agree on something and have radically different reasons, right? That right there is my point. That right there is the point of contention. Now, if you wanted to talk about Sanji having conquerors, Sanji is in equal wing to the Pirate King as Zoro. That statement right there is 100 times stronger than this chapter. And once more, if Sanji has Conqueror's Haki, if Sanji is a Conqueror's Haki user, this conversation with Gaban makes sense. If Sanji has Conqueror's Haki, it makes sense he has the qualities of someone with Conqueror's Haki because he has Conqueror's Haki, right? But again, what is the true argument here? Lucas, God bless, bro. I like to predict things based on how it would feel at the end game. For an example, Sanji at end game being a wing of the Pirate King doesn't feel right if he doesn't have Conqueror's Haki. Imagine Oda just baiting us on the Sanji conquers and he gives it to Usopp. That would be pretty funny. But I mean, at least Usopp will get some type of attention, right? Some type of growth, something new to his character, even if it's just Conqueror's Haki, you know? Don't forget, I still got a $50 and name change bet on Sanji having Conquerors with Elite One. Yeah, I mean, I think Elite One's going to lose. In fact, you guys could probably go on Discord and find me literally typing. Go on the Discord server, type from, and then put my name. And then put Sanji Conquers or something. You'll probably find messages of me defending Sanji with Conqueror's Haki. But I'm with you on that one, El. I'm with you on that one. At the end of the chapter, Luffy appears before Emu in Gear 5. Emu says, "So you finally appeared, Joy Boy." Luffy says, "Stop calling me by another name. My name is Luffy, and I'm the man who'll become the Pirate King." The final page features the English text, Saint Nerona Emu versus Monkey D. Luffy. Yo, why do these spoilers feel like short? Like, I guess it's I mean, it is brief spoilers. They are brief spoilers. Still feel short. Eddie's favorite studio is Lionsgate. That's so random, man. Lionsgate. That's the one with like the... It's the lion in front of the Golden Gate. Oh, wait, they changed. No. That's... Wait. Metro Goldwyn Mayer. That's the one. You know the movie intro, guys? Of the lion, it's in like a gold ring. The lion's like, roar. Isn't that Metro Goldwyn Mayer? I don't think that's Liongate. Or is that Liongate? MGM. King J with the 100. Thank you so much, brother. God bless, man. 2 arcs after Zoro unlocked advanced Conqueror's Haki, Sanji's getting hints of Conqueror's Haki. Mr. Sloppy Seconds. Mr. Sloppy Seconds is getting Conqueror's Haki when Zoro is aiming for Maki. Yo, this is one of my favorite super chats in a long time, man. I love this. Thank you so much, King J. Appreciate the super. Stop calling me Goy Boy. It's Joy Boy. Stop calling me Goy Boy. I'm Luffy. Oh man, Zoro is an established advanced conquerors user. Think about that. he already established advanced conquerors. Zoro is trying to get some Maki, a new power system, Maki. Sanji's barely trying to get his hands on basic conquerors. You know why? Because Sanji doesn't have that Zoro aura. Appreciate you, King Wei. Haki equals willpower and Maki equals domination. King J can't stop sucking off Zoro. Bro, what's with you and sucking, man? Yo, guys, let's open up the open mic. What do you guys think? Are you guys ready? Let's do the open mic. Open mic. All right, let's start the open mic. Guys, come to the Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in chat. Join my Discord server and you guys can join the open mic live stream. Come ask me your comments, questions, theories, concerns. Debate me on One Piece, religion, geopolitics, philosophy. Let's invite Mr. Mugiwara the Smoky.
Yo. Yonko Smoky is what they should call me.
Big Yonko.
Crazy, boy. He boxing with Emu in his face form.
Bro, I really can't believe we're witnessing Luffy versus Emu. Unveiled Emu. I prayed for times like these.
Exactly. We've been waiting for this, man. It's enough to make a grown man cry.
Dude, what else are we going to be seeing by the end of 2026? Are we going to get Joy Boy's face? Are we going to get Baby Jones' face?
Remember Otis Jump Festa message. We should get the Manmar by planes, although I don't care about that plot line anymore.
You're bored of it.
I have no idea who it could be.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. I'm just waiting that one out.
Personally, I'm hoping it's a new character.
But my thing is like, why does a new character have Conqueror's or the Poneglyph?
We're so used to talking about Conqueror's Haki. It's like the won't go to at this point.
This chapter especially. Yo, L said, I wish Law had Conquerors, but bro gets scared. Man, Law deserves Conquerors more than Sanji. I'll take the hate.
You know what?
I'll take the hate.
I'll stand on that hill too.
No way, you will?
Yeah.
Let's go. Law conquers Haki win.
Law is goated, bro.
He is.
I know Luffy gets a lot of the fame, and deservedly so. Right, he beat Kaido.
Yeah.
And I think Kaido is starting the Big Mom. But without Law's pinpoint precise planning, we're not beating Doflamingo. We're not getting Kaido pissed. We're not making it to Whole Cake Island. We're not doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
If Law didn't put us in that position.
Hey, but you know, the funny thing is when Blackbeard was first fighting Law and the ships were like, you know, on the waters going underwater or whatever, we saw a Conqueror's Haki blast. That was actually from Blackbeard. Why does Blackbeard, who has Conqueror's Haki, use 4 teammates to struggle against Law, who doesn't have Conqueror's Haki? I'm waiting for a good answer on that. I want to know. Do you know?
I'm waiting for a good answer that involves Blackbeard being the final villain without what ifs. Because, I mean, even if you acknowledge that the narrative says he's going to grow, like, I mean, we're sitting here talking about a feat about Law, so, like, make it make sense, Otis.
I almost wonder.
You know what I'm starting to believe?
What's that?
And then I'll let you go. Sorry, I didn't.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Go ahead.
I'm starting to believe that the Blackbeard for the final villain theories all comes down to, like, we've talked about it before, but it all comes down to, like, how you think, like, the end of the story structure is going to be. Some people are thinking that Oda, when he goes to Lacto, he's just going to condense it all, and that's going to be all of it. Me, on the other hand, I think we're gonna get a Laptail, we're gonna beat Blackbeard, and then we're gonna go after Ether.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, didn't something happen recently in One Piece in like a recent chapter, or maybe it was in Wano, I can't remember, where it basically confirmed Luffy's gonna visit some of those homies in the paradise in that first half of the world? I don't remember where I saw this. Do you know where?
You mean back like in the beginning? Like that?
Like, yeah, like, you know, Logue Town, Laboon, like, you know, Paradise before they went to Shabandi, like all those islands prior.
Well, I mean, Brook needs to meet Laboon. It's part of his whole shtick.
Yeah.
So we would have to go back for that.
So I mean, and another thing is when they first approached Shabandi from the first half of the planet, pre-time skip, when they approached Shabandi, Luffy said, the next time I cross this, I will be the Pirate King.
I'll be king of, he said I'll be the king of the pirates.
And Roger, who was towards the end of the New World, made it to Lodestar. And at the end of the New World, what did he say? There's one more island. The log post was pointing at something in the New World, not in the paradise.
Which is crazy when you think about it. By the time Roger fought Zebek, he had already circumnavigated the globe once. He did it again and then went to Laptail because he had no idea the island existed. He needed an Odin for that.
I want to hammer this home, though, for those of you in the chat. Think about that. When did Roger discover this last island? When was that? Was it when he was on any island prior to Lodestar? No, it was when he was on Lodestar. Roger specifically discovered that there was one more island at Lodestar, which was the end or towards the end of the New World. The reason this is so important is because Laughtail must be in the vicinity of Lodestar. He was using what do you call it? The log pose. Roger used the log pose and detected Laughtail not on Skypiea, not on Fishman Island, not on Ennie's Lobby, not on freaking Long Ring Longland. Roger was in the New World towards the end of the New World on Lodestar when the log pose pointed at Laughtail. This implies that Laughtail is towards the end of the New World. Now, this, I don't want to, drag this on too long, but if we have deep implications, deep, strong inferences that Laughtail is at the end of the New World, it makes sense that they would go forwards towards the end of the New World, reaching Laughtail, continue going forwards to reach Laboon, go forwards even a bit more, and they're at Marijoa. Rather than what? Backwards to Marijoa, then forwards again to Laughtail? Why would they be backtracking? Like, that's so strange.
Yo, if they did pull back up on Marijoa, they're going to be pulling up on the backside.
Yeah, I mean, if they went backwards, yeah.
So everybody going to be facing the other way. Dragon's going to be coming from one side. Luffy going to be coming from the other.
Yeah,
it's a bad day to be an emu.
Dude,
bad day to be a
the old Marineford, which I guess is just a G5 base, that's Paradise side, right? Maybe that side is hit from the Revs, and then the New World side is hit from I don't even know who.
Well, I think that the side that the Revs are hitting right now is the side like where the entrance of Fishman Island is, because the gondolas are going up and they were bombing the gondolas.
That was New World side?
No. That would be like the grand hold on. Wait. It would be the side that Sabaody
on. The new Paradise.
Yeah, Paradise.
Okay.
And then when Luffy gets to the end of the New World side, that's where, he'll scale it, and then eventually Brook will eventually reunite with Luffy. Speaking of Laboon, I have a feeling that Will's gonna have something to do with this mural by the end of the day. We see Will in the mural.
Yeah. You know, I didn't watch the anime clip of the mural. I've been meaning to do that, and
it's pretty good. I think I posted some of the anime clip on the Discord. Robin does a phenomenal job, honestly, dude.
Robin?
The way she narrates it, but you know, I gotta give my girl credit. Anyways, the anime does a pretty good job with the mural. The way that she breaks down the first, second, and third world, it's pretty good.
Johan said, in fact, I have the impression that Laugh Tale is like in our world, a city placed in the center of the country, like Paris, Rome, and Cairo. And it would make sense if it is the case. Laugh Tale is Grand Line. You mean like the whole stretch is Laugh Tale? How does that work? Roger seemed like he was on an actual land, like a landmass. And it was like, oh, Joy Boy, you left behind a tail full of laughs.
Well, I've also heard different theories, right? So you know where you said Roger was at Laugh-Tale, right? You know how Oda blanketed it white, and I'm talking about specifically like the anime scene.
Yeah.
So the manga, it may be portrayed different, but in the anime, it's like portrayed white. So there's always been speculation that Laugh-Tale could be under the sea.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
That's where Captain Useless Kid is to be.
Useless Captain Mid.
He's so useless every day. In the sun, he cannot play. He's under the sea.
I've been waiting for this. I told y'all Luffy coming in this fight. We need the fight in the Heaven Realm. Please, Oda. Maybe Emu hits Luffy towards the Heaven Realm and then the fight continues there.
Hey, I wouldn't mind it because I'm not going to be happy if Oda just drops the Heaven Realm plot.
I mean, I really want Heaven World or Heaven Realm stuff as well, but am I forgetting how important it is?
You know what I want? You know what I want? I want those damn giant Gorosei. I want Loki to murderize their asses.
The giant Gorosei.
We got to see that, man. My guy was over there with Ida. He was all good, and they're like, "Nah, you got to marry this bitch."
It was a bunch of rabbis. Was good, Nomad. But I was gonna ask, like, I do want some Heaven Realm stuff as well. But I mean, was there like a lot of dedication, a lot of effort put into the Heaven World from Oda?
If you're wanting me to be honest, I would say probably not. I would say like he's alluded to it, but as far as like super deep groundwork, he's not laid that in. But you know me, like when we first started this arc, especially when we got to where they were talking about those rainbow things they can use for roads.
Oh, like the Rainbow Stone.
You remember me saying I want the Heaven Realm to connect to a sky island and we can go see my boy Mad Monkey Rouge.
That's why. Now I see your ulterior motive. Okay.
What's wrong with my guy? He just be chilling, dog.
I don't know, man.
I
think Oda forgot about it.
Enlightenment, and then Kaido be interrupting it, trying to commit suicide.
No, I'm not even joking. I think Oda forgot about your Rouge.
We can make that a thumbnail. Oda forgot about this character.
Yeah, just do a whole stream on your Rouge. I want to ask you, Smokey, and I want to ask the text chat as well. Everybody, we've been in the Elbaf Arc for 61 chapters. I have a simple but profound question for you all. What is your favorite thing about the Elbaf Arc?
Fun fact, guys. Elbaf is officially ranked as the 7th longest arc in One Piece.
Oh.
Just a little fun fact.
I didn't even realize that.
It's catching up to Whole Cake Island very quickly. And it'll surpass Whole Cake Island.
Let me look in my notes. I actually, like, way back, I had a prediction as to how long Elbaf's going to be. I think I said like 60 chapters.
I've loved Elbaf. Honestly, this is my favorite arc of the New World. I think so far it's been a 10 out of 10.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you, but I hear you. 1 year ago, dude, this was a year ago. What the hell? A year ago. No, there's no way that was a year ago. July 25th, 2025. What the hell, dude? That only felt like a few months ago. Okay, well,
that seems like forever ago right now.
July 25th, 2025. So almost a year ago. I said Elbaf would be 65 chapters long. It is currently 61 chapters, and who knows how long this arc's going to be. Probably more than 65.
All right. I'm going to just throw out a guess without... I'm not going to overthink it. I think this Elbaf is going to be 82 chapters. That's my prediction.
Sorry, really quick, off topic. Dean's Life said those Sunstone painters were awesome to see animated. Yeah, I mean, I like those painters as well, but they're not my favorite painter. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Smokey.
Favorite painter? Yeah.
Oh, you're such a bozo, dude. I didn't even mean that.
You set yourself up for that.
All right, dude. If he's a painter, don't even get me started.
Nah, we got the Rasengan in One Piece now. Oda is in his Naruto bag. Haki Susanoo, here we come.
Bro, eye stuff. You got freaking Gunko with some EMS.
By the way, what do you think Gunko's eyes are? Because I feel like there's two different ways Oda can do with this. He can go the simple route of, okay, it's just another way of Emu having somebody to read the poneglyphs, since we only know Robin can only read the poneglyphs. And Pudding has to awaken her third eye to read them. And they're the only two people with the ability to even do it or potentially do it. Or do you think it's something completely new?
Let me point one thing out before my answer. I want to ask chat, is anyone here reading the manga Black Sheep? If so, is it good? Second, Smokey, I am pulling up 1186 officials. That way I could see how they talked about the eyes to answer your question. Okay, he says, Gro said, while it may not have awakened for me, but her bipolar irises are an extremely rare trait. Bipolar irises. What?
See, I wonder if that's Oda being cute, because the real condition would be known as heterochroma.
Yeah.
You know, heterochroma eyes. So I think that's just the translations being cute, but I do get where you're going with that.
Like, to answer your question,
that is some weird wording.
To answer you more directly, I do like the idea. It has something to do with Maki, just because right now Maki is something that Oda is like building up. It's something fresh and new, and I feel like Oda is gonna want to have, you know, something to grab on with that, you know. And when we think about why would they be special, is it just by appearance alone? Well, that seems kind of shallow. It must be something deeper than that. We know Emu valued Loki, Elbaf, and Ancient Giants and Herald, because they were super strong to have them under Emu's control, under Emu's wing. So if these bipolar irises were related to power in some capacity, it would fit the bill. Of course, Emu would target people with these irises. It makes them strong. They have some type of power ability, some Maki related thing maybe. He's going to target them and have them under his wing, rather than have them just roam the world just doing nothing. You know?
Right. I mean, I don't disagree with that at all. I would expect it to be more than something than just reading the poneglyphs. Hell, I've seen theories that I've seen some crazy theories about Gunko's eyes, like the fact that her eyes, one side is red means Maki, she can see Maki. The other is blue, she can see Hockey. She can see both sides of Joy Boy and Emu's power system.
Sorry, off topic. King J said, hot take. Elbaf ends in 13 more chapters. Why is that a hot take though? That's like so like narrow, you know. I mean, why would that be a hot take?
Nothing against it, but when I think about it, wow, 13 chapters to end Elbaf, Oda is going to be working double time.
I mean, it's mainly just Emu stuff going on, right? Emu fight.
Yep. But my thing is okay, if we threw the Emu fight, the Heaven Realm, we still have to see Robin read the mural herself. Only Frankie has actually seen it.
When you say you need, do you mean like you would want to see that, or like that has to happen?
So for that one, I feel like it's a little bit of both. Like, if Robin doesn't see the mural and she doesn't talk about it or tell us anything, wouldn't that be a waste? I feel like that has to happen.
No, trust me. Frankie hit a button on like his temple and it took a picture of the mural. Like took a screenshot.
We got the nipple cam.
Yeah, the nipple cam.
Speaking of which, shout out Frankie, man. His fan base is very based.
Really? I never found a.
Never had anything bad to say about a Frankie fan.
Well, actually, yeah, that's kind of true. Frankie fans are chill, man.
Yeah, they
are. If you look into it, I guess bipolar eyes are a thing. Wait, what?
Really?
Bipolar eyes.
You know, the craziest thing is when I think about different colored eyes, I think about huskies, dude. Because huskies can sometimes have different colored eyes.
Yeah. That's why is that so common with huskies?
I think it's just a genetic thing with them. Just like with Gunko, apparently, in the Man-Mayers. Which would explain why Oda hid that girl's eyes in God Valley. He didn't want to give it away.
You said, I'm sorry, in God Valley, what?
You remember the Man-Mayer girl that he introduced to God Valley?
Yeah, was she wore like a hat and covered her eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she probably has those eyes.
Yeah, she probably has those eyes too. I'm starting to think maybe every Man-Mayer has those eyes, but the rarity is who can actually awaken them, which is what Emu's looking for.
Well, you know what? Well, when you say like the matters like who can awaken them, you mean after having the eyes, right?
Yeah, after having the eyes.
Okay.
Not that the eye color differentiating is rare in itself, but what you can awaken with the eyes. That's the rare.
So having the bipolar eyes is a potentiality.
Exactly. I feel like the different colored eyes is just the signature of the Man-Mayer genetics. But the ability to awaken them,
you know, one thing that I'm thinking of is like, what if awakening the bipolar eyes gives you like that ability to like cancel future sight like Shanks? And maybe Shanks has it through a different method.
Well, you know me. Give me more Shanks lore, Oda. I ain't complaining.
Maybe Shanks has like the. How would Shanks even get like cancel? What's the official phrase for that? Like where he cancels.
Observation hockey killer is what they call him.
Or just observation killer.
Yeah, the observation killer.
You know, because
I've also seen him be called the future sight killer.
Future sight killer. Because I've been thinking about this, but like people would argue, oh well, you know, Shanks doesn't have the bipolar irises, so why does he have conquer or observation killer? Maybe, or what if it's a conqueror's killer?
Yep. Well, I mean, the thing with Shanks is, and any of this, even Gunko, which would make this so crazy, Threeble, is Katakuri can only see 5 seconds into the future. And in my opinion, I think as far as like observation feats go and future sight, maybe not observation, but as far as future sight feats go, like Shanks has the top feat, and he can only look 10 seconds into the future. So that's crazy when you think about like if Emu has it, and what these guys that had at the end of the story are going to look like.
Yeah, which
is why I wish Oda would consistently depict future sight much better.
Yeah.
The same with armament.
I agree. Abigna said there's no Frankie fans, buddy. Nomad said those eyes let her see the past. Let her see the past? The past of what? Like someone's past?
Yo, that'd be kind of sick too.
Like she looks at someone and she sees like their history.
I mean, I can see the usefulness on the Emu's part. Like, hey, Gunko, we got a line of prisoners. Look at them. Look at their past. Tell me which one's a D. And let's execute them.
Oh, that's dark.
I mean, I kind of want Oda to go dark, dude. I want him to continue to keep being dark. I mean,
the Ginny stuff. The Ginny stuff, that was pretty dark.
Right. This Candle stuff could be dark. By the way, I think we got to decide: is Candle alive or is she dead? Because I keep flip flopping.
Who's the author again?
But right, I want to believe Oda is on the stand killing mothers. But like, part of me is also like, well, if you don't see a body with Oda, how can you believe it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of freaking writer Oda is.
So like, is Oda going down the Jenny route with Candle, or is he going down the Shanks mom's route?
Wait, going down the kill off the woman. Yeah, I have no clue, man. I mean, I feel like One Piece might be a story where you just have to default to people being alive.
Exactly.
Unless you see you know, those cut scenes where everyone is at a grave crying. Unless you see that, you just default that they're alive.
Yeah, but the conspiracy theory in me says, hey man, I gotta see the casket open. I gotta see the body.
Oh, so crying at the funeral isn't enough. Descendants
we had people crying over Pell.
Oh, screw Pell, dude. Dude, Pell's lame, man. That one, what was that one like Black Hound guy?
Wait.
He was like a dog. Yeah, wasn't there like a dog guy? Yeah, like Anubis.
Yeah, one like Anubis. Yeah, and he was Jackal White. He had his own as well.
Yeah, that's better than Pell.
I agree. I think his name is Shaka, maybe.
Oh, Shaka. Wait. No, Shaka's. Wait, Shaka? Doesn't he have a. Oh, yeah. I forgot Shaka's fruit was the jackal. Anyways. Will of Dreams, what's up, bro? God bless, man. He said descendants of Joy Boy have red hair like Shanks, and Davy Jones's descendants have blue hair, red and blue ogre theme. Well, there's quite a lot of
Itadori and Bragi, the red ogre and the blue ogre.
Yo, Wiper's a descendant of Joy Boy? No freaking way.
Hey, I wouldn't mind that.
Dude, Wiper's legit.
Absolutely underrated.
Yo, Wiper, Calgara and Wiper, Those are some of the
vastly
coolest
underrated.
characters ever.
Really underrated.
You can't tell me Wiper and what's his name? Calgara aren't the sickest.
I remember back when they were introduced, people were posting massive theories about Dragon being a Shandorian since he has that Native American aspect just like them.
Dude, those theories are still going on.
Right. How crazy would it be for Luffy to be like half Amazonian because his mom's tritoma, and then like 50% or a quarter Shandorian? That'd be crazy.
That would be pretty cool. No wonder the Sky People, I mean, no wonder Luffy would narratively end up being the sun god and Sky People worship the sun to some extent. Like, it just fits pretty well, you know?
I wonder out of all the cultures with the Sky People and the Giants, which one of them started worshiping Nika first?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Since we know how long it's lived.
I mean, at least we have like a time frame. We know like there's some kind of weird structure on Elbaf. Elbaf has been probably inhabited for at least 3,000 years. We don't know when the Sky People came down.
Do you think we're gonna see significance of that giant sword? You think we're gonna see a Suitor moment?
I'm starting to think that giant sword is like the freaking giant sword on Onigashima. I feel like Oda's just gonna be like, oh, it's just a cool design, you know. I just thought it looked cool. It's a warrior country. But if he did do something with it, I'm so for it.
Because in the mural, we at least know Emu's got this gigantic ass form, at least from the mural.
Does he have a sword in that form though?
Nah, he's just got his hands around the sun, like he's taking the sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember the sun aspect, but I was thinking, did he have a sword too? Oh well. Anyways,
if you think about it, Emu does kind of have the affinity for swords. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
He's stabbing Loki in this chapter, and he loves stabbing Loki over and over and over.
Because Loki can take it. Loki is him. Loki was born him.
I mean, when you get thrown off a mountain and you survive and start climbing
by your own mom,
you gotta be
by your own mother.
I mean, I think if anybody throws you over the cliff and you climb up, that's impressive. But, you know, driving the mother aspect, we know. You're driving up to 50. You want the votes.
Stretch said, this motherfucker still pushing the Luffy Tori trauma. I think he meant tritoma theory. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, there's like the major critique where the narrator said that boys are never born on this island, or they never gave birth to a boy. But I mean, firstly, just have birth off the island and then you avoid that conclusion. Secondly, it could have happened in secret. So the general rule of thumb is no boys have been born on the island. I mean, I don't see why. I don't see a legit critique against the theory. And if there was a legitimate reason that, you know, kind of tears apart the Luffy's mom tritoma theory, then I would concede. Because I mean, for me, it's just a theory. I don't like. I like theories, but like I don't care that much. Like I'm not gonna identify myself with a One Piece theory, you know. So if a theory was wrong, then go ahead.
I think it comes down to provide a better alternative. Because right now, I feel like this has the best evidence for a candidate, better than any Croco bomb theories. So my thing to anybody doubting that theory is provide a better one.
So you're taking a kind of inference to the best explanation type of.
Exactly. I feel like this is the best explanation that fits right now.
I mean, again, for me, if there was, you know, some way that it was just truly like debunked, then I would just concede, you You know, I'm not gonna lose my mind because the theory was wrong. I've gotten many theories wrong. I'm so desensitized to getting theories wrong that like I don't even care anymore. If a theory's wrong, then it's wrong. Like, on to the next one. What is the truth? I want to see. But I feel you on that one. I mean, this seems to be the best option on the table aside from Luffy's mom is irrelevant.
Exactly. And for me personally, like, I just don't want to believe that because, hey, I got people in my ear like, be patient with Dragon. Just wait for Dragon. Blah, blah, blah for Dragon. Well, all right. Omit his mom from the backstory. That's a big down for me, dude. That's a big negatory.
Luffy is more of a tank than Zoro, Blackbeard, and Usopp. Says Jordan.
That's a spicy take.
More than Usopp, that's okay. More than Blackbeard, probably.
I mean, that's a lot of people combined. And I think you got to think about this. Zoro is extremely durable. Blackbeard is taking double the damage as a trade-off for his theory, which is explicitly stated.
You know,
Blackbeard, every single attack he takes, it's double the damage.
You know, I wonder, what do people mean when they say that Blackbeard takes double the damage? Do they mean like he's knocked out unconscious 2 times quicker, or does the pain just hurt him 2 times more? Because the latter feels kind of like pointless narratively.
I agree. It is, but
are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I got a phone call.
Oh no, it's okay. Because really quick, because like if it's the latter, and people say, "Oh, Blackbeard takes double damage," and it's the latter, meaning Blackbeard just feels pain 2 times more, it just seems kind of like a pointless, irrelevant plot point because Blackbeard it will just continue fighting, and then what? Oda's gonna say that Blackbeard just took the pain, like. It just feels pointless for the plot. But if it's for the former, and people are saying that, or the story is saying at least that Blackbeard takes double damage because he is 2 times more likely to being knocked out or killed, well, then let's see that happen. Let's see Blackbeard get knocked out by someone or killed.
Well, for me, I think so. I see both of which what you're saying. I think, like, for me, it's like, okay, Oda, if he takes double the damage as a result of a sacrifice for power, then go more in depth for the power that he sacrificed with, which would require Oda explaining the Yami to me better, in my opinion.
But more specifically, do you think he's feeling pain 2 times more, or do you think, like, he's 2 times, like he gets to an unconscious. Yeah, like he gets knocked out 2 times easier than if he didn't have the fruit. Like, what do people mean by 2 times more damage? What does that mean?
For me, I would assume that he takes twice as much of the pain. His pain is magnified double.
But you know, then I think like
I could see the other side too. Like, does that mean he gets knocked out quick? So for me, like, I could see both sides of the story, and I see the argument you're presenting. I would guess I would have to cop out and say, well, I don't have enough knowledge for this.
No, I don't
know enough yet.
That's okay, but do you see where I'm coming from? Where it's like, if he's getting 2 times the pain, it's kind of like Oda's still gonna just continue writing him punching the guy and using attacks, and the other guy's using it. It just feels kind of like a point, like a random fun fact that doesn't actually like affect the plot.
Right. It's like a disclaimer, like, oh, Luffy just punched Blackbeard in the face. But wait, guys, he takes twice the amount of pain.
But then they continue fighting anyway. It's like,
I see where you're coming from now.
It's almost like it's almost similar. Not, this isn't a perfect example, so just look at it from like a common sense, broad kind of view. It's almost like Luffy, when he was using gear 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it was using his lifespan. Or like people will say, or Oda could say, the story says Luffy's using his lifespan, wasting his lifespan away, but we don't see it actually taking a tangible effect in the plot. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not like Luffy not having his soul on Thriller Bark and the sun is melting off at his face.
Yeah.
It's because he's missing his soul.
Yeah. Whereas like Blackbeard, you know, if he's feeling double the pain, like it seemed irrelevant. Like that had nothing to do with the Law fight. They just continued fighting. Blackbeard launched attacks, Law used attacks.
You know what this feels like? This feels like the last chapter when he was like, "Oh, but Brooks' brainstem was still intact." I'm like, "Okay, Oda, we know he survived it. You ain't got to explain that. You're fluffing the chapter when we could have got more war."
You know,
we could have got one line from Marcus Mars instead of that. Instead of the brainstem being intact, we could have got one line from Mars, and I would have been happy.
It's interesting you say that though, because I was thinking maybe Oda is hinting at something behind Brooks' body, like something about his brain is different, and it's going to end up mattering somehow. But it seems that
Of course, something about his brain is different. Since he was a kid, he was panty obsessed. He's a panty thief.
A panty thief.
Sororities have pictures of Brooks on their posters saying, "Do not let this man inside."
Bro, calling someone the panty thief is pretty. That's not a good look.
I love Brooks.
Brooks great. I feel like maybe Oda could have did his dream differently. I would like to see a story where every arc or so he's getting closer to his dream. He's working towards his dream. We don't really have that with the Laboon goal, but
Brooks' dream is just geographical.
It's just Brooks' dream is just kind of like waiting it out. Like, you know, at least like for an example with Zoro, we see him, you know, fighting swordsmen, training, like he's working towards his dream. We see Luffy working towards his dream. But I feel like what's Frankie's dream? I don't even freaking remember. Make the Thousand Sunny reach Laugh Tale?
Yeah, that's Frankie's dream, to make the shit for the next Pirate King. But she did.
I mean,
but
it feels
got to claim the title.
I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, maybe this is a hot take. I feel like a lot of the Straw Hat dreams right now are kind of like cop-out, lazy dreams where Oda doesn't really have to like show them working towards their dream. It's just kind of like all of their dreams are solved, or all of their dreams are worked on by them fighting a bad guy on the island. And then every arc they're getting closer to their dream, you know? I feel like that's kind of like a cop-out.
Think about this. Jinbei doesn't even have a dream. It's only on the because he gave his blood for that.
That's a good. He doesn't have a dream.
Captain personally
You didn't realize that. You didn't realize Jinbei doesn't have a dream.
So if Jinbei can get on the crew and not have a dream, Bonnie for Nakama. Let's go.
Yeah, yo, dreams are irrelevant. I don't want to hear someone say, "Oh, you can't. Bonnie can't join the crew. Bonnie doesn't have a dream. Neither does Jinbei." So you raise a good point, Smokey. You raise a great point. I mean, that's actually a point, though.
Oh, what has Oda done to my boy Jinbei? I loved him when we were entering the world. I was like, yeah, Jinbei's the boy. He's giving blood to the captain. And then he's like, why would I be scared of Yoko? I'm joining the future Pirate King's crew. And then now he's just regulating the firefighting dude. You know, me and King J were talking about this earlier. We need Usopp to get a damn gun, bro. And like, you know what? I'm not even going to sit
and spin the block.
Give Usopp a goddamn gun, because Zoro, before he joined the Straw Hats, killed people. Robin, before she joined the Straw Hats, killed people.
You think Robin caught a body?
Yeah, she was an assassin.
Oh.
She had to have caught bodies.
How many
they joined the Straw Hats, they don't catch bodies no more.
How many people?
Usopp's not getting a gun.
How many people do you think Robin killed?
I think she's got 100 bodies on her, dude.
100?
Yeah.
Dude. That's a lot.
I mean, she had to do what she had to do. My girl has survived her. She's not going to give up.
Jinbei is a goy. He doesn't deserve to dream, said Obigna. I believe it just states that because he can't go intangible, he has to take the pain if the attacks no exact multiplier or takes the pain of the attacks. So he would simply take the pain of whatever attack Logia wouldn't. Be funny if Brooks Devil Fruit someone, and I think he meant somehow. It would be funny if Brooks Devil Fruit somehow ended up in or around his brain.
So basically, the devil fruit is filling up the crack in his skull.
It's filling in the hole, yeah. It's filling the cracks.
I mean, Brooks a goober. You know he had to lose.
I'm a goofy goober. All right, what else do we need to discuss about? I feel like we haven't discussed too much about spoilers at end. Let's see.
I think the chapter is pretty much straightforward.
So, I mean,
what we got at this point.
You do believe Sanji is getting Conqueror's Haki?
I don't think he has it in this chapter, but I think, yeah, it's a big hint. I think it's coming.
How about we ask the chat? Everyone in text chat, comment below. Does Sanji have Conqueror's Haki in general? Yes or no? After you do that, like the stream, subscribe, notify bell, all of that stuff. Towards your hairline, GoFundMe. Ah, you're so funny, man. Thank you for the 200, man. It'll go towards my hairline. I'm going to go to Turkey.
Damn, what happened to your hairline?
I don't know, man. Fitting all these roasts in my head. All these different ways of how to roast a Bigna. Dean's Life said, yup, he is a Sanji Conquers supporter.
I think at this point it's inevitable, right?
It is inevitable. Man, why am I so tired today? Jinbei is an exception. He doesn't need a dream. He's there for the human fishman PR. It's funny, Jordan.
Oh man. I would hope he was there for more than that, but like I can't even divide the allegation.
Dean's I've said, I think Giants predate Sky Race is coming down since that was around 1,000 years ago, and Elbaf has been around for thousands of years. Well, how do you know that was 1,000 years ago? That was my point earlier, that from the story, it's inferring, or at least, I don't know, confirming in a way, that there was a metal structure on Elbaf 3,000 years ago, and it's still there today. Maybe civilization was on Elbaf 3,000 years ago, but it's not actually distinguished or explained as to when the Sky People came down.
That is very, very true.
Skypiea is a microcosm of the world, says Stretch. Yeah, I think many islands and arcs are, as well as, Dressrosa.
Yeah. Public service announcement. If you got a friend and you know he skipped Skypiea, I want you to. This is VP approved, so you can go and tell everybody I said it's okay, and if anybody got a problem with it, they can come see me. But if you know somebody, if you got a friend that skipped Skypiea, I don't care if it's your mama. You go slap them and make them watch it.
Slap their mama? What if their mom skipped Skypiea because it was mid? Slap?
Then mama don't know how to read.
Oh no.
Because it blows
Mama.
my mind that
Mama.
it blows my mind that people skip this art. Just like the same way people skip OG Dragon Ball and just go straight to Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, what are you doing?
Dude, I mean, Skypia's anime could have been better, you know. I in a way, I can see where they're coming from, but the manga's a lot better, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree 100%. I'm just saying you can't skip it. That's all.
Don't skip. Abriga, thank you for 200. Got any new theories or vid ideas? Dude, I'm behind. I still got to do that free will video, but I don't know. I almost feel like people wouldn't care too much. I also gotta do that content about Emu versus Luffy's political philosophy. We were talking about it the other day. As far as Emu having a type of Hobbesian Leviathan political position, and Luffy Joy Boy taking after Rousseau. Johan, I know you're in the chat. If you want to explain that, if you see where I'm coming from, feel free to explain that. But I think that was that would probably be the most relevant thing. Luffy and Emu's philosophy. Because even if people wanted to argue and say that Luffy doesn't have a philosophy, oh, well, Luffy doesn't think very deeply. Everyone has a philosophy, dude. Everyone. Even like the moment you talk about how someone should live, oh, that's wrong, that's good, that's bad, I want this, I want that, you have a philosophy.
Yep. I mean, hell, we can say Luffy's philosophy can even be as simple as you don't laugh at a man's dream as they're dying, like he told the people in Wano.
Yeah, I mean, Luffy and Zoro, even further than that, said, you don't laugh at a man who just died.
Exactly.
But, you know, with Luffy, right? I think Luffy, again, we were speaking on this, I think Luffy takes after people like Rousseau. That's what Luffy's political philosophy to me is most similar to. It's most akin to that, where Luffy looks at someone, looks at a friend crying, suffering, in pain, and the first initial thought, the first initial feeling is pity. I feel bad for this person. I need a help. And then they go and make a move. They go and make a decision. They go and stop the pain. They stop the suffering. They quote unquote fight the bad guy, fight the evil. That right there is already like 90% of Rousseau's social contract theory, how he views human nature. That right there is how Luffy interacts.
And then Emu, on the other hand, would prefer to rule through domination and had people give up their rights or their freedoms for a false sense of protection from a government that's not even looking out.
Yes, that is exactly the case. But see, Emu is gonna strive for this totalitarian state, or just this state in general, this mortal god, which would be himself or the world government, this Leviathan, right? Where human nature is, according to Emu, according to the Hobbians, naturally evil. Humans have this inclination to grape, steal, pillage, destroy. We need to have a social contract. We need social order. We need laws in government to hold back this intrinsic natural human behavior. That is the reason someone like Emu, and again, Thomas Hobbes, this is what their philosophy would be premised on. And I can almost certainly see this taking place in the near future. Emu can easily make an argument. Look at the golden age of pirates. A bunch of people felt free. All these people had this sense of natural freedom. And what happened? Pirates roamed the seas. pillaging islands, raping each other, stealing loot, bombing islands, bombing ships. Look at all the evil piracy going on because of natural freedom. That would be the exact point Emu would make, and readers are going to be like, shoot, you know what? Emu has a point. If everyone could just do whatever they wanted, everyone would act like Blackbeard if I had the premise that people are naturally evil. You see? So I think someone like Luffy,
right,
someone like Joy Boy, they would probably take the Russo route instead. They would say, no. Humans are naturally good. Our highest bliss is autonomy, freedom. That's our highest bliss. But humans become corrupted and evil once we introduce order, law, culture, nobility, stuff like that.
Yep. By the way, 3 more hints in the chat. Wait.
Big Winston. Thank you, Bigna. We need more bozos in the chat. This is a tiny stream, though, because with the tiny stream, everyone can have their voice heard. Do you think Shamrock's is as strong as Shanks? I have no clue. I mean, who is Shamrock even fighting with? At least Shanks, he had a run-in with Kaido. You mean he was a Yonko?
So
I would say that that's a pretty good power scale there. If you went toe-to-toe with Kaido, at least.
But Shamrock, who is Shamrock working with?
I was gonna say, as the big Shanks fan in the voice call, that wherever Shamrock is, it's gonna be close to wherever Shanks is.
Why though? Just because they're brothers?
Because when Shanks got to the Holy Land, he was initially being compared to Shamrock's land.
And how long ago was that though?
Was like, oh, look. That's a long time ago. If you're asking me which one I think is more powerful out of the twins, I think it's Shanks. But I'm saying at minimum they got to be close. You know what I mean? That would be my guess, though. Although I have no if you want paper feats, and if you want me to say this is why this is for this reason with all the evidence, I don't have that. This is just a gut feeling.
Nothing wrong with that. What about you, Vincent?
It's kind of hard to. I was going to say it's kind of hard to do the whole power scaling thing with those two because we do know that Shamrock is the older brother, which means older would mean that you probably get just a tad more experience, even if you aren't winning.
Right.
But on the other hand, Shanks was raised in the outside world, and I spoke about this last stream about how there are some celestial dragons that could get more experience and they're raised outside of Marie-Joie. So to a degree, Shanks probably has a bit of an edge, but we don't know the whole story behind the whole Maki thing. So they could be evenly matched.
Oh, well, that's a fair point, actually.
Not only that, and I've also said this with King Jake, because I've heard me said this before. I inherently believe Shanks is more powerful than Shamrock because A, like Vincent just said, he was raised on the outside. B, we know that he stopped Kaido. We know that he used to duel Mihawk all the time. We've seen him clash with Whitebeard evenly. We saw him one-shot Kid. Shanks just has more, I get it. Shamrock is a Holy Knight, and he's had to fight people too. But, when would a Holy Knight ever have more combat experience than an experienced pirate? And as Rayleigh said in the past, hockey blooms in the heat of battle. I just feel like Shanks has had more hockey blooms than Shamrock.
Without question.
I mean, I think.
And then you throw in the Loki equation. You throw in the Loki equation, and then that's definitely a hockey blue.
I think Emu buff and Maki are some good points in terms of Shamrock, but I mean, how do you really gauge? I mean, you could kind of gauge the Emu buff being quite significant, but what if Emu is not buffing him in a certain circumstance? When people say Emu buff, do they mean baseline buff?
Or the omen? Do you mean the tattoo or the
I was thinking
that's what people got to specify.
Demon possession, or does that not even count as Shamrock anymore?
See, I would also consider that a power up in its own right. So I think people got to be really specific with that.
Not Smokey using Mihawk to upscale Shanks, LMAO, says L.
It's not actually Mihawk, it's just his devil wearing his skin.
Luffy has an anti-bully, and anyone who feeds me is a friend philosophy. Yeah, I mean, Luffy is quite straightforward, but I mean,
hey man, I'm kind of like Luffy too. I feel like people that feed me. I ain't gonna lie, Luffy kind of got the right idea.
I mean,
it's like he said in the first episode, we share a meal, so we're friends.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How deep does Oda want to go? I think Oda should go all the way. I mean, because at an epistemic level, you can't really argue that someone's good or someone's bad based on them feeding you, you know? So, I mean, I don't want to get into that discussion.
I've been thinking about what you've been saying for the past like 5 weeks on this actually. And I'm starting like, I mean, I did agree with you back then, but I really agree with you now. It will be a wasted opportunity for Oda to not speak on ethics. I'm starting to see what you're saying. It's like so teed up for Oda to do something right now. If he avoided it, it would be a shame.
Yeah, I mean, Oda was the one who wrote in, justice is decided by the victor. So wouldn't it be within Oda's character to talk about what true justice is? What true virtue is? Oda, where is true virtue found? According to whose standards? I think like that's a fair question. I mean, you also have like history is told by the victors. You have like these profound thoughts that are obviously untrue. I don't think Oda's going for those thoughts. I mean, untrue depending on in like in a certain sense, like justice is decided by the victor. I mean, technically people who make laws are the ones who won the previous wars. The people winning wars are the ones with the power, the ones controlling law. So in a way, they create the laws of your country. You're allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. But justice as this like transcendental value, this, you know, virtue, true good and bad should not depend on whatever, it shouldn't depend on a king's whim. So in a way, true justice being decided by the victor, or justice is decided by the victor, is right in one sense, but wrong in another sense. It's right in terms of how we live our lives, the structure of the state, but it's false on a ontological level. But anyways. What else is on your guys' mind?
I have hardly read any of the spoilers here, so I'm a little behind on what this chapter is about. And I just joined, so could you give me a quick recap of what I've missed? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Pretty much a pie chapter.
Summarize it. The summary is Loki, got stabbed by Emu. Zoro's fighting Summers with Sanji fighting Keatingham. Gabon is gassing up Sanji, trying to basically tell him in summary, yo, Sanji, you probably got conkers, bro. Emu's like, oh, Joy Boy, you're finally back. You're finally here, Joy Boy. And Luffy's like, shut up. My name's Luffy. And that's pretty much the brief spoilers.
He's not lying. I mean, that is pretty much it.
Short and simple. Thank you.
Oda is elevating all the figurines. I can't imagine Shamrock being that much weaker since Garland got a Gorsei Abyss Covenant buff and Shanks is him. Justice is the winner is a right makes or a might makes you. I think you got it the other way around. Might makes right mentality, or that power of propaganda go hand in hand. Yeah, even Oda would. I believe Oda is implying, Oda is showing the reader that might is not right when you look at the might of Wano, Kaido, abusing the people of Wano.
Kaido is the epitome of might makes right. That's his philosophy. He built his crew on that. That's how he lived his life. Kaido is the perfect example of might make right.
Yeah, but see, Oda, I think Oda's critiquing might makes right. He's trying to show the reader that Kaido is not right in what he does just because he's strong. He's wrong for what he does. But then the short, no offense to anyone, don't take this as an insult anybody, but the short-sighted One Piece fan sees the Wano arc and they respond, but Luffy beat up Kaido. There's something bigger we need to anchor our ethics in. What are we anchoring our ethics in? Are we anchoring it into something subjective? Because if we anchor it into something subjective, it's just an opinion. Who cares? It's good for you, bad for me. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's purely an opinion. So is it objective? Something outside of human mind. What might that be? And this is exactly, Oda should definitely, he has the best opportunity to go deeper into this. And it would be great, actually, because right now the secular landscape is literally everyone just saying, just do whatever makes you happy, bro. Just live life, man. But that's not enough. That's not enough for man to know how he ought to live, how man ought to treat his neighbor. Just do whatever makes you feel happy. Just live life. That's not a actual, to me, it's not a realistic framework, and it clearly doesn't work when everyone's arguing over ethics all the time. If ethics and if the way we should live life was so obvious, everyone just knows. If it was so obvious, we wouldn't have all this crime, we wouldn't have all this disagreement, all these debates. If it was so obvious. Do we debate over 1 + 1 = 2? Because that's pretty self-evident. No one debates over 1 + 1.
Now we debate over 2 + 2 because it equals 10. We're fish.
2
Not
+
4.
2, 3 + 3. If the fear is that a world without a world government would result in a bunch of Blackbeard type behavior, that may happen, but it also still happens while having a world government, and the world government in itself also acts as an antagonistic entity. Yeah, that's a great critique of a world government. Emu would probably argue, oh well, having the world government mitigates the Blackbeard behavior. It mitigates radical freedom.
He'll explain it to you and then recruit you for the boy inside. Don't be reverse.
Yeah, he'll Lelucia you. Hit you with that mother flame. Waka flocka mother flame.
He's a fire in his laser.
I'm firing mother laser. It's freaking mother flame. There may also be more people with a Luffy type outlook, but I don't know what the ratio would be. Dude, since Oda's writing the story, Oda's gonna write what he wants. He can Oda, that's the thing about stories, especially fiction. Every author is gonna write their personal worldview and make it seem flawless. Oda could easily just take up after Russo, right? Take up over this almost like naive view of humans in their natural state, take this up and just make it so, like, if everyone just followed Joy Boy's ideas, everyone just followed how Luffy thinks, everything would be dandy. Like, Oda could easily do that. It's just up to him just drawing it, right? But I mean, if you try to take that and use his ideas, use his views in real life, is probably a different story. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Yep. First.
Like, Oda can easily make it seem like in a parallel universe, he could just make Emu's worldview seem like it's perfect, it's flawless. Look, Emu uses his worldview in One Piece. Everyone gets along, the crime's low. Look, it's perfect. But that's because Oda's making it like that. He's making the crime low. He's stopping the bad guys and blah, 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 blah. But if you try to use that in real life, it probably would not go like that. So
I think that's what makes Oda so good at what he does, and many other mangakas. Like, I think the best villains in manga and anime are the ones who have philosophies where you can say, you're kind of messed up, but I can see where you're coming from, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely like a common experience. Go ahead, Vincent.
I was just gonna agree with Smokey there. Like all the best villains were eventually heroes that have the same morals back then that they're carrying now. It's just a matter of their perspective. Like you either die young as a hero, like Zabak, or you live to become a villain like Emo.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. And I think for now, I'll kind of put my chips on what I was saying earlier. Like, I think Emu's mistake, his false premise, is assuming that humans are naturally evil and humans have this natural propensity towards domination and grape, right? But later down the line,
I wonder what shaped that view.
Oh,
was it a betrayal by Joy Boy, or was it a betrayal in his family? Was it a betrayal if he is Lunarian?
It's definitely
a betrayal by.
I would definitely argue, me personally, that the answer to that question, it's going to be under the umbrella called anecdotal evidence. Maybe his dad lived in a world with radical freedom and his dad got killed along with his mom. It's going to be, I guarantee you, it's going to be this anecdotal experience. Oh, well, my mom and dad, they got killed because of all these guys with all this freedom. My hero, Banks, you know, he was killed by some dude with radical freedom. We need law. Like this anecdotal experience.
My hero, Banks, he passed the stride on to me and I gave it to Joy Boy.
What's up, Gin Marks? God bless you. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna like add more lore to that. Like, what if Emu is actually the illegitimate child of Lilith and Joy Boy? So he's actually their kid. And as you said, they were killed by so and so, and he learned. That's how he learned humans are evil.
Yeah,
they're the only two people he cares about.
You know, Vincent, I especially like that because of this recurring theme of people killing their parents. Maybe his mom, Emu's mom was killed by a radical free guy, killed like by a Davy Jones, like a radical free guy. And he took his anger out on Joy Boy, his dad. So you get both. The parents created this anger within him because maybe Joy Boy was supportive of radical freedom, or at least freedom in some capacity. And then he was like, how could you, Emu thinks, how could you be pro freedom when that's what killed my mom? That's what killed your wife. And he kills his dad, like how Loki killed his dad, in a different reasoning, of course. Doflamingo killed his dad.
Yeah, I'd say he Doflamingo'd his ass since Doflamingo. Like, if you look at Emu, Doflamingo is real. Like, I know I joke around, I say Shaquille was Emu's prototype, but like Doflamingo was for real, his prototype. Think about this: 16 Holy Bullets, Celestial. There's just so many. Loves games. Had the freaking game under the birdcage, like Emu with these hunting games.
The way Emu decides to birdcage Elbaf, like he just sets up a big ass omen and fire cages the entire island.
Yeah, and that birdcage also acts as a metaphor to how Doflamingo kept everyone in an intellectual cage. With wiping their memory through Sugar's powers, he kept everyone in an intellectual cage.
Speaking of which, since we're on the cage, and Oda used it as a countdown device, how long do you think it's going to be before Oda implements his infamous timer? We always get a timer. The timer, the message.
Maybe that's why the arc's not over yet. Maybe that's why we don't.
I mean, I think that's the sign that.
Wait. I felt actually you have a great question, but wasn't maybe the kids are the timer? Aren't they like close to the what's the status of the Elbaf children again? I remember like
I think they're all being buried by Zaza, and the giant parents are trying to stop it.
Yes, because Summer went and grabbed the ship, and he was carrying the ship one hand. Damn, Super Summer is like legit, bro.
Summers is
And then
dude.
he'll be got 3 ways to Sunday with Zoro.
Dude,
I
ever
know.
since people were comparing Summers to that picture of Epstein in Tel Aviv, I have not gotten it out of my head.
That's what I'm saying. I cannot unsee that.
Dude, he's literally Epstein.
He's definitely Epstein.
Jeffrey Summers Epstein.
Saint Jeffries.
Jeffrey Summerstein.
Saint Jeffrey Summerstein. Saint.
What's our next celebrity? Every celestial dragon.
I don't know. Emu will die this arc.
Nah. He
No
ain't dying.
way.
This
No
soon?
way.
What makes you say that, Jen Marks? It's quite early, don't you think? Summers is a bum, but an expressive bum.
I agree. Summer is a bum. He's an expressive bum. That's why I give Oda all the props. Like when it comes to Summers, like Summer is so easy to hate to love.
Mm.
Oda makes it
He's
so
one of those
easy.
he's a character that you want to see on almost every page, but he's such a fucking idiot. Pardon my French.
It's cool.
Every time you see him, you realize how much why you hate him so much.
Dude, I don't want to see him.
Like-
I can't stand Summers.
Like his literal debut, I think it's going to be in the next episode or 2 of the anime, but when he debuts, he's literally just down in skippets.
Yeah, bro. It looks like they summoned him straight out of the bathroom. Summers was brushing his teeth. He just woke up. He's like, huh? What happened?
Can't stand him, dude.
And later on, when the Nightmare Nika was about to fall on him, he just takes his sword and bashes it into the ship he was supposed to put the giant kids on. And he's like, "Oh, I fucked up."
The world government,
No,
ironically,
man, after that, he started blaming Emu. He's like, well, that's not my fault. That's the great one's fault.
and Emu didn't even kill him for
I think
that.
he wasn't. He moves back at the end of the arc. He's just like, "I heard what you said."
Oh yeah, I didn't forget that, by the way.
That's how Summers is going out.
Good.
That's how Summers is going out.
Jordan said,
"I heard what you said."
Jordan said the world government ironically creates pirates with its heavenly tribute racket. It's a self-induced problem. I'm surprised the Revolutionary Army aren't labeled as pirates to hurt their recruitment. I don't know. Maybe the world government, maybe just Revolutionary Army, just they made it sound worse than pirates.
I do
Or
agree
English
with
is
the
so
fact
far out of
that-
the loop, he doesn't even know what the labels are.
I do agree with the point that he is making, though, that the world government caused its own problems. I do like that. I would agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, what we see in this current arc, Brooks' flashback, for an example, is countries suffering with lack of protection and justice because they can't afford to pay celestial dragons. You know, I've mentioned this before, but just in case people haven't heard me mention this before, in real life, the United Nations, which is what the One Piece world government is modeled after, has a article. I think it's Article 17. If you want to be a member of the United Nations and receive help and protection, you need to pay. In the same way that if you want to be a member of the world government in One Piece, you need to pay. Well, what do you think happens if you can't afford to pay? Well, you're not in the cool kids club anymore. Good luck. right? And that's why all of these countries, time and time again, are getting extorted. They are having to squeeze every last penny out of their treasuries to pay Celestials so that their country doesn't go to crap. That is extortion. That is not good. That is wrong. And I think, in fact, pre-world government, pre-emu, there was probably something similar to the world government. There was probably like an Arthur round table that Joy Boy and his friends had going on, but they probably didn't have a 5-man with total veto power like the Gorse. They probably didn't have heavenly tribute donations and tithing. It was probably a much more equal footing, virtuous system going on. But Emu has to pervert it. Celestials have to pervert it.
I mean, all humans are capable of perverting one thing for another. Like, in many animes that I see, there are some cases where there will be someone who's human just controlling the church from the shadows because he tells everyone that he hears divine messages to do this and that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's never how the church was meant to operate. If you read through their early church history, it was always a synodal model. It was always the patriarchates coming together at councils to solve disputes. They worked together. It was never one dude. No offense to any Catholics that might be watching. It was never just one dude's opinion to govern all Christians worldwide. That was never the model. Why do you think at the Council of Nicaea, they didn't ask the Roman bishop, hey, do you approve of this council? Well, no one's going to accept Nicaea unless you approve of it. They didn't ask. It was the full church, the whole body of Christ came together to solve the Arian controversy. Likewise, the first council of Constantinople, Ephesus 431, it was always Christians together working in true honesty, true union with the Holy Spirit. It was never supposed to be like, and another thing, very early on in Christianity, they already laid the law down. We're not going to have a new revelation. There's not going to be a new prophet, a new freaking Jesus 2.0. Like that was already like dealt with immediately after Christianity. So it baffles me that in freaking Los Angeles in 1995, you have people claiming that like an alien's going to come back and they have like this divine message that you need to give them $10,000 so they can go into a Rolls Royce because God spoke to them. Like, this is nonsense.
By the way, JK is in the audience.
Oh man, we're going on towards 2 hours. We're going to wrap up here extremely soon. So if anyone has any last comments, questions, theories, concerns, anything you guys want to talk about, we're literally right about to wrap it up. Now's your chance. Speak your mind ASAP. It's good, JK. Sorry you caught us at the end.
Hey, that's okay, but I just basically got to work here and was just checking things out there, and I saw you guys chat, so I figured I'd come in, say hi, see how y'all doing, and standard stuff. So
glad to see you.
Thank you. I hope you guys have an awesome day as well.
Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, Canada that day?
Yeah, bird.
Yeah, it's always the 1st of July.
Canada Day?
Send me some Canadian bacon, eh?
Shut the dude.
I mean, that bacon, I'd rather have that fish.
He said, "Send me some bacon, eh?"
Actually, I never mind. I agree with Vince. Send me that Canadian Kush, eh?
Yo, Gin Marks. Gin Marks is saying, I'm disappointed by how Emu is weak. What? Do you not realize how OP Loki and Ragnar are?
You've been paying attention to.
Whoa. Nobody in this verse right now is handling Luffy, Ragnar, and Loki all at once.
Dude, nobody. There's not a single character.
Next chapter, Emu's finally going to take it seriously and let loose.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with Luffy going Gear 5 at the end of the chapter.
And also
He's
him
gonna
saying with the Joy Boy line, I feel like he's gonna be feel to do something about that now, compared to just be like, oh well, you're Joy Boy, okay, let's see what you could do.
By the way, can we take a second to appreciate that? This chapter is officially the first time Luffy is seeing. I mean, Emu is seeing Luffy's gear 5.
Oh yeah, face to face as well, more than just a wanted poster.
That's true.
Last chapter was their first face to face with the punch in the face.
Yeah,
Now it's
in
the
base.
first time we've seen Gear 5.
Yep,
We used to
Someone
break
bring up like that.
we did.
Oh yeah.
Yo, RIP, moment of silence for all the One Piece fans that didn't make it to this point to see Gear 5 Luffy face to face with Emu unveiled.
I agree. Shout out our fallen.
Nakama. May they rest in paradise.
That's why
Only
I'm
there
so
was a
hard
belt
on
ring.
Oda when he takes breaks for the fucking live action, man. I've had homies that have died in this shit. I kind of have a responsibility.
Man, Oda,
Yeah.
if you took less breaks, they would have got to this point.
Well, I mean,
He's taking breaks to goon, man.
Set up, so makes sense.
He's taking breaks to goon, and you guys are saying, "Oh, he needs to relax. He deserves a vacation." He's gooning. He's gooning to his own drawings.
He's got a picture of Robin somewhere in his room. He's just
It's not me. It's gotta be me for sure.
No. I agree, Oda. Oda, man, you got a picture of Rob.
All right,
I mean,
chat.
It literally was Robin.
Chat.
Nami for
We are wrapping up within seconds. I'm warning you guys. Any last things you guys need to speak your mind immediately. We're wrapping up here in seconds. All right. I appreciate you guys being here. God bless all of you. Love you guys greatly. I'm excited for the long summary as well as the chapter reaction.
True.
All right, 1187 predictions before we dip. What are they? Or 1188. Let's do 1188 predictions.
Okay, well, real quick, 1187. I think the spoilers that are being hid from us is that Sanji is going to save the giant kids. And the second thing that I think for the next chapter is I think we're going to get a war dump.
Of who?
For me. Never mind, go ahead.
Wait. Lord dump of who?
Lord
I
dump
think
of
we're going to
Emu.
a war dump of Emu.
Yes.
War dump from Emu. And I think it might involve the former god of war. Like, you remember him talking about running the kids 800 years ago? I think he might expand on that, or he could go into some Joy Boy war.
I can kind of see him going into Lilith lore, since that seems to be like the main thing for him.
Wait, you mean
Soul Mine Lilith?
Queen Lily?
Yeah.
Oh.
I keep saying Lilith. I don't know why.
Lily.
Yeah, my prediction is that we're gonna have a Sanji reaction moment when he sees Zaza. It's gonna be one of those dropping a cigarette moments.
But he can't even fight Zaza, right? Can Sanji fight a god if it's a girl?
I think
He's gonna
so.
be dripping wet just from looking at her. He hasn't even touched her yet.
Where's the line in the sand for the enemy being a woman? Like, what if it's like an ogre demon? Can Sanji still fight the woman? Like a feminine ogre demon?
I think what's going to happen is the fight will happen. The person will look more mannish and all that, and then he'll fight him, and then the person will get a kick in the face. Like, you hit a woman? And they're like, what? And everyone's like, yeah, it's a woman. And you're like, what?
Wait. Another question. What if the person is trans? Would Sanji still fight them?
I mean,
he fought the people on Kamabaka, bro.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so Sanji goes based off of...
I'll talk to y'all later, y'all. Y'all have a great day.
Take care, bro. Sanji's gonna cook Zaza in an unconventional way. Go ahead.
I was just gonna get my prediction to 1188, and I'm thinking hopefully, finally, we see hybrid Loki.
Yes, sir.
gearing up for this alleged final battle.
Ah, here we go. We can't get Luffy one more chapter in Spotlight. We gotta bring Loki back into it.
Hey, I'd love some
Hey,
Loki
he's
stuff.
in this spotlight here.
All right,
2 chapters he's got in the main.
I'm gonna lock mine in.
Basically going to your side.
All right, we're wrapping up the stream with my prediction. I'm gonna morph and merge Vincent's and Smokey's. My take is 1188 is gonna go a little bit deeper into the lore of those giants and their children 800 years ago, whatever Emu was referencing previously about that, as well as a silhouette of Loki beginning his hybrid form. We're not going to get the hybrid form right away. Oda's going to blue ball us until we don't care anymore. Then he's going to release the hybrid Loki. But we'll probably get the silhouette. That's what I'm thinking. But chat, thank you guys for being
By
here.
the way, guys, no break next week.
No break next week. That's means for a celebration.
Right?
That's 3 in a row.
Yep.
That is 3 in a row.
Means that you
Forward. It's happened before. I'm crossing my fingers for forward.
Please no last minute cancellation. All right. With that being said, chat, take care, everyone. Love you guys greatly. Have a beautiful morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. Thank you so much for the support, chat. Like, subscribe, noti bell so that the channel can grow. See you guys soon. 1187 long summary spoilers. Hopefully they don't drop at a terrible time. They keep dropping at like 11 my time, and that's already like well after when I would have started the stream. Chat, tell the leakers to drop sooner. With that being said, take care, everybody. Peace.
Here's the thing with me, though.